I'm B, and welcome to my channel where we talk about all things YouTube drama and current events. Hope you're having an amazing Thursday today and you are ready for kind of a throwback style video. We're doing a live reaction. It's the first one I've done in a long time. I think the last one was about Colleen Ballinger, so it's definitely been a while. All right, we've got Kona in here. Hello. Hi, Bobby. Hi, Kyra. You made it in time. Yes, you did. Hi, Courtney. Who else is in here? All right, so as always, we're going to give people just a few minutes to come in, say hello, get kind of acquainted, and then we will get started with the reaction. All right, hi, Phyllis, Leslie. I want more stuff. Ooh, Kona said the audio is out of sync. Are we out of sync? Are we okay? Okay, you had two tabs open for the live. Okay. My gosh. So the last live stream I tried to do for my members only live stream, well, I ended up getting one to run successfully, but the one before that was literally disaster zone. I don't know if it was my internet, if it was we had too much stuff on in the house, like our lights are connected to Wi-Fi, so I don't know if it was about that. But it was a literal disaster, and so I had a bit of a panic attack when you just said that, but okay, we are good. All right, hi Alexis, hi Kaylin. Kaylin said, hey B, just a thought, if you ever made merch, it would be so cute. Thank you. I've definitely thought about making merch, and I think that like Teespring and Bonfire and Represent, those are all really great and affordable ways for a lot of creators to make merch and to get it out to the people who want it. But I also think it would be kind of cool if I somehow like contracted with somebody or with a company to actually produce it and ship it out myself. I don't know, that just feels like so much more personal if you knew that I was like packing your order. And so I've definitely thought about it, but I think I have to wait a little bit to actually make the investment in doing that. Binks thinks that I love some commentary with my chocolate milk. You guys are funny. Okay. So we're going to start getting into everything that we're talking about at like 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and get what we are looking forward to out into the ether. Something in the next week that you are looking forward to. Drop it in the comments below. My thing that I am looking forward to is... I'm looking forward to something, but I don't know how public knowledge, like how much of a public piece of knowledge it is. Something good is happening to someone in my family, and we get to celebrate it on Saturday. So that's all I'll say, but I'm excited for that. Honey Badger said, hello, how late am I? Not late at all. We have not even gotten into everything. And then, oh, Emily Crest said, my brother does screen printing and design. Ooh. That it would be really fun. My brother-in-law used to do screen printing. I don't know if he still has his stuff, but like I know that he used to do that as kind of like a side gig. And so I think just like working with like a local artist and supporting the local economy like that would be really fun. And then Caitlin Tuttle said, why did Without a Crystal Ball take down her Twitter when there was already a preservation of evidence? She's not taking accountability. She's just taking advice that everyone has been telling her. I don't know. I saw that this morning that it was still, or that it was down, and then I checked again a little bit ago and it was still down. So I don't know. Hopefully she's just privated everything and kind of maybe deactivated, because that will preserve your messages. So I'm hoping it's just that. Sally said, saw your shout out in Creepshow Arts video. So awesome. Thank you. That was really cool. I've been watching Creepshow for a long time, and so Jordan was the first one to tell me, and I freaked out a little bit. I was like, oh my god. Okay, enough about me though. Let's see. Kat said, I'm looking forward to being a redhead again. I'm currently dyeing my hair. Ooh, that is so fun. Miss Mob's Love Book says, getting my dog a little puppy sibling. Oh, so cute, a little puppy. Evangelina said, thank you for opening my eyes to Katie. No problem. I know it might be a little bit hypocritical, but, you know, I want to inform people. My goal is to say, hey, here's the thing that's happening. I don't agree with it. let's talk about it when I'm like giving criticism. So I never want it to come as like tearing somebody down or like taking away support from somebody. But if there are literally things out there that make this person somebody kind of sketchy or their behavior is not okay, I definitely want to call it out and keep people informed. Bobby said I get to dog sit for a whole week. Ooh, that's so fun. Courtney said, my win, sorta. My older sibling and their boyfriend just signed the papers on a house and they get the keys tomorrow or Saturday, and I am so excited for them. That is so fun. That's so cool. Count Von Wilson said, going to organize a baking day soon with a few friends for the Christmas season. Fruit mince pies are my favorite. I'm looking forward to sharing recipes. That's so sweet. That's so fun. Honey Badger said, really material and small, but one of the influencers I like, Robbie D. Christie, did a collab with ColourPop. I saw that. It looks really pretty. That's my comment. Back to Honey Badger. And I was able to get it, so that's my good thing I'm looking forward to. Hey, it doesn't matter if it's material, if it's small, if you think other people are going to think it's small. If it's something that is exciting to you and you're happy about it, that's awesome. That is totally a reason to celebrate. Kaylin said, would you be able to do a brief explanation as to actions Katie did that made this actually illegal? We'll do a brief kind of overview. Claire said, I'm new to your channel, but so far you've been a joy to watch. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you so much. I am so glad to have you here, and I'm really happy that you're enjoying the content so far. All right. Oh, and then Kayla said, I'm about to move in January, so I'm starting to think of ways to decorate my new apartment. Decorating an apartment is so fun. I remember when I first moved out and like moving into my apartment and getting to choose everything was totally broke. Like broke as a joke. So much stuff was hand-me-down. But then I would like find good deals on stuff like a coffee maker and a toaster, and getting that was really fun. And okay, this is gonna be the last one. Sally said, I'm looking forward to finishing up a project I've been working on for Advent. First time self-publishing a piece of written work. That's awesome. You're finishing up a project. That is great. All right. Off. Okay, I think we're back. Give me 1 second, you guys. I had to refresh, and so I want to make sure we're back. It looks like we're kind of grainy, though. Okay. Good. Okay, everybody's good. Sorry, I'm like on edge. I don't know what has been going on with my internet, with my computer, whatever lately, but here we are. So, Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Briefest overview I can give in like 5 sentences is going to be that Katie Joy Paulson from Without a Crystal Ball is a content creator. She has something like 130,000 subscribers on YouTube. She has been in lots of different sectors online. She's written for like Pathos and other different blogs. She likes to focus a lot on reality TV and drama with people like the Duggars, John and Kate Plus 8, Teen Mom, all that, and she's recently gotten into YouTube drama. Katie overall is in trouble right now because Tati claims that she spread defamatory and false content about her. Tati has sent Katie 4 cease and desist. Katie did not listen and said, everything I have done has been legal. This is public knowledge. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not taking anything down. However, of course, Katie has a penchant for posting things, taking them down, posting things, making them on private, posting things, not taking feedback from anybody but her members, and snapping at subscribers, like snapping at people who support her, blocking them if they don't agree, all that. And so broad picture, that's kind of what the main criticism is of Katie. So Katie has, I don't know if she's technically been served yet, but there is a lawsuit that her lawyer has been informed of. She's said that she's not going to take anything down. And then she's like, well, let me hide this, let me private this, all that. I am for real seeing some bad buffering on here. Let me pull up my actual YouTube. And see if we're good. Okay. In any case, she's getting sued. She claims that she did nothing wrong, yet she continues to tweet and delete, take things down, private videos. There were over 40 videos in the lawsuit that were directly mentioned that were problems and that spread false information. And there have been a lot of larger creators speaking out, talking about Katie, saying, here are things that you've done that are real bad. Notably, 2 larger creators that included my video, which was really, really, really cool and super exciting. Creepshow Art and Angelica Oles. Additionally, Dustin Daly and Nick Snyder have spoken out against her, and multiple other large commentary creators have put out videos about her saying, you're not fitting in with this community because of this bad behavior. You don't act like the rest of us. Not in like a, oh, we don't like your personality, so we can't be friends, or we think this about you, so we don't want to hang out with you. It's, you've gone too far. You've reached out to people's former coworkers, former neighbors. You've dug into stuff that really doesn't need to be dug into, and it's not okay. So, there's been a lot of fights on Twitter. Katie's Twitter is now either private or deactivated or whatever, but on November 9th, 2020, Katie put out a video called My Story, My Statement, and My Mistakes. And I want to see what she had to say in there. So I'm going to read some of y'all's comments, and then we are getting into the video. Alexandra said, hi B, just got here. The apology is not genuine in my opinion. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry I made you feel that way, not to mention all the lies. I haven't seen it yet. I have not watched this video whatsoever, so I am interested to hear what she has to say. But it doesn't surprise me that it sounds like you watched it and she said something like, I'm sorry, but. Tiffany said she doesn't want to say sorry for making fun of groups of people on her live chats. Honey Badger said she went after Emily, and that's when I was really like, this lady may not be in her right mind. Laura said she's projecting like crazy. Chrisick said, Mobs, honestly, it seems like she's bitter. Creepshow didn't do what she wanted and couldn't handle the truth. Yeah. Pretty Little Life said, hi, I thought this was going to be a video. LOL, we'll have to jump off in a bit. KJ's apology is a hot mess, B. Well, it's gonna be up after I leave all of my lives up, so you can feel free to catch it later if you have other stuff that you have to do. Now, before we start playing the video, because I know how KJ operates, I'm going to put a verbal disclaimer out there. Reaction videos are considered fair use. I am going to be playing a video from Without a Crystal Ball. I am going to be playing one of Katie's videos, and I am going to be transforming it by reacting and or educating people about what is being said. If this video is either given a copyright strike or a copyright claim, that would be a false copyright strike or false copyright claim, because I am allowed to do this per YouTube's terms of service. So if it is claimed, that would just be abuse of the copyright system, which YouTube claims not to tolerate. So I want to put that out there, want to give that reminder. I'm going to reel myself back real quick because I felt myself getting a little bit snarky, and I don't want to do that. I want to legitimately have this conversation. It seems like y'all are saying the apology. I mean, she doesn't say it's an apology, so, maybe there's not a ton of apologies in here. But it seems like y'all are saying this was just real bad, so let's see. Alrighty, let me get this pulled up. I'm going to move the comments over here so I can still see what you guys have to say. Give me 1 second. Minimize this. We're gonna move our chat so I can still see y'all. And I'm going to do my best not to interrupt too much, but no promises. So, looking at this, the first thing that kind of catches my eye is that there are people who are not part of her membership that appear to be commenting. So Katie definitely typically has her live stream set to members only for commenting, but it looks like this is open, which right off the bat, I'm going to say, I like this. I like the fact that you are opening this to everybody to give their opinion. So, one positive before we even get started. I have the volume at like max volume. Give me a thumbs up emoji if it's good. Give me a thumbs down emoji if we need to turn it down. Let's get started. That's loud. Hi, Oscar. Are we good?
Hey guys, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. Have you seen any good videos about me lately? I'm sure you have. And yes. I'm sure it's because of a lawsuit with Tati Westbrook. But I am coming here today to share some things that I have not shared publicly, or if I have shared them, they have been privated videos, or it's been on Instagram or on Twitter. And I just feel like I need to set the record straight.
So she just said, sorry, Rick came home. And so I was listening to what he had to say. But I think she just said, if you've seen stuff about me that's been privated.
That I have not shared publicly, or if I have shared them, they have been privated.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Also, hi Oscar. I saw your comment saying I hope you had a good day. I hope you had a good day too. I didn't get to say hi to you when you first got in here. Right off the bat. Sorry, not even a minute in. One of my biggest problems, but this could just be a personality thing, is I don't like when people post like 5 times a day and then private stuff. And then they say, oh, you think I did this, but you can't prove it. And it's like, well, we could if you didn't take these videos down. The reason we can't prove certain stuff is because you hide things. However, there's a lot of stuff on the Without a Crystal Ball subreddit that people catch, so.
Videos, or it's been on Instagram or on Twitter, and I just feel like I need to set the record straight. I need to explain a few things, and I also need to say I'm sorry to a few people.
Let's hear it.
With that being said, I have prepared a statement, and I will be reading from a script, and I understand that's weird for a lot of you. If you are my subscribers, you know I'm kind of an off-the-cuff kind of person, but this was something that was really important to me, and I wanted to make sure that I did this in the right way and that I was thoughtful in my approach. So please don't get upset that I'm using a script. All right, I want to start this off by saying I'm sorry. The past several months, 18 to be exact, have been incredibly amazing.
I want to answer a question real quick. Mia said, was this video monetized like the last one too? Yes. It is. I don't know if it was during the premiere, but I had recorded, like I did a screen recording of this in case she took it down, and the audio just wasn't loud enough to be able to use. But in going through that screen recording, making sure it caught everything, I did see an ad. So, yeah, it's monetized.
And challenging at the same
time. Hi, Sinead.
My channel grew very fast, and I really have had to learn very fast. During that time, because I'm not tenured on YouTube, I haven't always known the etiquette or proper ways to interact with other creators. I've made mistakes.
Sure, there can be a learning curve when you grow really quickly, but a lot of Katie's behavior isn't about being tenured on YouTube. It's about just being like a respectful person to other people in your community.
I've made errors in understanding etiquette with the copyright system, and in my response to other creators, and by not stopping to listen to concerns and brushing them off, I've also made mistakes. Before we get into the plans for me doing things differently and for my apologies, I want to give those of you who are new to me some background on who I am and what I've been going through during this time on YouTube. For 18 months, a group of people have targeted me. This group, led by a creator, have weaponized creators against me by spreading false allegations, made up screenshots, and have maliciously promised to burn my channel to the ground. This group have accused me of crimes.
Okay, I thought this was gonna be about like Nick, Angelica, Shannon from Creepshow Art. I thought it was gonna be about them, and they've definitely not done that. So I'm guessing maybe she's talking about some of the other channels that are a little bit lesser known, that are a little bit more dedicated to putting out Katie Joy content, or rather anti-Katie Joy content. So I'm assuming that's where she's going. Honey Badger said, I think she's talking about Tati, but who knows? She thinks they're doing Tati's dirty work. Oh my gosh.
Alcoholism, addiction. I have been sent threats on my life. I have had my address shared on Facebook.
That's
Reddit,
not cool if
Twitter,
that's happening.
And YouTube. Well, some in the group have joked that she thinks she's safe. They have doxed my neighbors and posted images of them and their grandchildren online. They have falsely accused me of using the N-word, which I never have, hacking, and created fake screenshots that suggested I was happy a child passed away. They have posted photos of
Those
my
are some
home
heavy
on
accusations.
Twitter. This group has called the police on me, contacted my husband's employer, called the hospital when my son was admitted for emergency.
Okay, so this is definitely not about Tati. Also, thank you, Mrs. Mobs Loves Books, for joining the Off Limits crew. We're so happy to have you in there.
Brain surgery in June, contacted my neighbors, created a subreddit, and have created dozens of channels on YouTube to spread false.
I want to pause real quick. Sorry again. I just saw Oscar's comment come through. Just found out some pretty heavy news, so I might dip, but hope y'all have a good rest of the live. Hey, if you gotta go, go. If you need to take care of something, you know this is always up. If something big is happening in your life, go take care of it. I hope everything's okay.
False allegations against me, which makes it seem like there are a lot of creators against me, when in truth, the bulk of these small channels have all been conspiring against me for 18 months. One account, I'm effing raking.
Okay, she just said it makes it seem like there are a lot of accounts against me, when really it's just a small group of people. I disagree. Pretty much every other content creator that I have seen speak about Katie has spoken about her in a negative light, saying you did this and we don't like it. I think a lot of people have a problem with Katie's ethics, and if people are going super far and they're doing those things that she's accusing them of doing, obviously that's crossing a line in the same way that we criticize Katie for. But when it comes to the larger commentary channels, none of them have done this. None of them have gone this far, and all of them who have spoken out about Katie have given her criticism. Madison said she makes a lot of off-the-wall accusations, like claiming her neighbors committed a hate crime against them by destroying her pride flag. That was proven false. She's not a reliable source. Yeah. Just Britt said, I call BS. She has a huge group against her. I mean, really. Whitney said, I hate it when YouTubers claim that people are threatening them and their families in apology videos. 99% of the time it isn't true, and even if it is true, it isn't necessary to put in an apology. Yeah, and if they're getting stuff like that, that's probably a very small number of people who are doing it, which of course is not okay. Don't do stuff like that. But I feel like it takes away from what you're trying to say, because you're trying to paint yourself as a bit of a victim by saying, this horrible thing is happening to me and I just want it to be over.
MFCKNRAKIN with an apostrophe on Twitter and YouTube has published police reports, accused me of being a person that does things to children, you know what I mean? Child neglect, child abuse, witchcraft, animal sacrifice, and has bragged about speaking to my neighbors. The same account, among others, have bragged they will not stop at all.
Phyllis said deflection at its finest.
YouTube, or until I'm ruined. Another account, Little Red Y'all, has posted my ad.
So this tweet that she just put up said, Steve McRae doxed KJP's husband's employed, then he doxed her address and phone number, all of which this dumb booty posted herself, and my all-time fave. So basically the accusation is that Steve posted this, but Katie actually posted it first. Okay. Kayla said it's the witchcraft for me, right? I'm like, oh, God, heaven forbid. Kaylin said, but didn't she contact the Stoffer's neighbors? Point to Kaylin. Yeah, exactly.
Address has bragged about contacting my husband's employer, and most recently she published a redacted police report of an SA investigation where I was actually the victim. And then she outed me as the victim, and in the live stream, they decided whether or not I was being truthful about aspects of what I had said online.
Okay, so we're like 5 minutes in, y'all. I gotta stop. She's talking about the story that she shared herself, where she quite literally sent her subscribers to businesses that she claimed were associated with the family of the person who assaulted her, when that wasn't even true. She put out a YouTube video stating that her assaulter's family owned and was connected with these businesses. And then when she was contacted to say, hey, we have no connection with this dude, she put out a my bad tweet instead of addressing it. So, okay, I'm gonna see what some of y'all have to say. Miss Mobs Loves Books says, I follow, I'm effing raking on Twitter. I've never seen any of those accusations. I can't remember seeing them either, but I don't follow that person, so I was like, I gotta look into that. Just Britt said, they did this to me, but so did I. But wait, they did this to me, but so I did this, and that justifies everything that I've done. Pretty much. And then Sarah said they didn't decide whether she was being truthful. They voiced their opinions. Gotcha.
Also,
Lori said, girl, get used to pausing to comment. Oh, no.
Restreams my live streams while I'm live, and that's a violation of TOS on YouTube. Often when this happens, my
not if she's providing commentary
will be flooded with people that are coming directly from her channel to interrupt my streams.
Well, it doesn't matter because you have members only on anyway. So how disruptive can they be?
Another account, Tina, I'll cut you, who moderates a Facebook group that has hundreds of members where they spread misinformation about me, shared a photo of my home in a message with a message that said she thinks she's safe.
So that says, here's where she lives. She thinks she's safe. I got her address months ago. It's easy to find. If this is real, this is creepy and not okay, but it's very much cropped. So you can't really tell how legitimate of a screenshot this is. If we could see, I don't know, like where this was posted or a full conversation or any sort of confirmation on who it's from, I would be more inclined to believe it. Because here's the thing. If people are doing this, it's not okay, but I also don't have a ton of belief in Katie. And so I don't ever want to be like, no, you're lying when somebody's saying that they've been threatened. But also, when you've lied about so many other things, when things really do happen to you, if this happened, people are not going to believe you. Does anybody know if this is like a legitimate screenshot? Alia B said during this live, anyone could comment. She surprisingly didn't block anyone. That is shocking. I'm glad that she has the chat open. Jordan said, not defending her or anything, but regarding the essay, as a survivor myself, it doesn't matter if someone is saying you lied or just doubting you, it still hurts. Yeah, of course it hurts. And I really do think that's why a lot of people really kind of had a bad reaction to her sharing her assault story, because she had just a few days before that said that she potentially thought that a child who was coming out and giving a disclosure was being bratty and pitching a fit. And so I'm sure it absolutely did hurt her. I don't want people to be hurt, but she should know how much it hurts, and she shouldn't have done that to Sophie either. Without any crystal balls, not without a crystal ball, said the people who discussed WOACB's reporting on her essay story repeatedly noted that they were not questioning her essay, but her subsequent reporting of it. That's good to know. Okay.
Finally.
Oh, Scarlet's Brain is on Fire said no, halfway through she went to members only.
An account, WOACBS commentary, has been stalking me for 18 months. This account popped up in May of 2019 and has been spamming and harassing me.
Hey, that's you, right?
This account has spread misleading videos about me while accusing me of crimes. They have directed hundreds of people to go after me.
Glad Keemstar, Drama Alert DM reconsidered supporting Without a Crystal Ball. Link thread, some evidence for what she reported others have said, or for what he reported others have said about KJ. Thanks to all who DM'd, tagged, commented, not trying to ignore any, but still overwhelmed IRL, so not really back. More than the bare minimum at the moment. This just seems like a crowdsourced thread.
Harass and bombard my
live chats
with spam. My attorney and I have unsuccessfully tried to contact several of these accounts to serve them with a cease and desist. And in one case, I was forced to take out a restraining order, which was at the time granted. To be clear, since...
Let me put something else out there. I learned this from my first 2 videos on Katie Joy. Temporary restraining orders, depending on where you live, aren't that hard to get. If you make it seem like, from what I have read, I'm not a legal professional, I'm not a lawyer, don't take law advice from me, etc., etc., etc. From what I've read, in some areas, you can just make it seem like you are in imminent danger. They will grant you that temporary restraining order, and then later you have to actually go to court to prove your case in order to get like a permanent, I don't know if it's permanent or what the correct terminology is, but to get a longer lasting restraining order.
It's that RO from last June, this attack.
I wanted to voice your opinion. Without any crystal balls, not WA's Without a Crystal Ball said, that's me, and have never accused her of crimes or directed anyone to go after her. Yeah, from what I've seen of you on Twitter, it's just people being like, what's this about? And you giving information, and a lot of it is screenshots. So I haven't seen accusations of any crimes, just being like, hey, this person's not great. So just want to put it out there.
Against me has only increased as they have found more and more creators to go against me. To be clear,
I don't think these people are reaching out. I never got reached out before I made my video. I mean, also I have a smaller channel, but I've never seen anyone coming out and saying like, oh, I'm making this video because these people reached out to me to make it. I haven't experienced this, but I don't know. Could be happening, but I personally don't believe it. Okay, thank you, Z, for this. Z said, when I was in court to get my restraining order, it took a 15-minute meeting to get my temporary restraining order. It is a lot easier to get a temporary one than an actual one. Yeah, so I mean, depending on where you live, it can be a fairly quick process where you don't have to give a ton of info or actually give the proof just yet until you get one that's going to last longer.
I have never been convicted of any crimes, and other than a DUI in 2003, which I've always...
Who's accusing her of crimes?
...been honest about. These same accounts that have been going after me for 18 months are now being touted as sources for Tati Westbrook's attorneys. In fact, Mr. Michael Saltz, Esquire, is...
Oh, hey, we got an ad.
We hired hotel.
What's
following these troll accounts on Twitter and has been actively engaging with these accounts.
That's from Michael. Says, we did our homework apparently. Some out there have done theirs too. Most people are advised to keep quiet after being sued. I present to you Exhibit A as to why such is sound advice.
And retweeting the troll allegations against me. This is all while Mr. Saltz is accusing me of running and directing trolls. He is tweeting and retweeting the directed attacks against me by these trolls.
I don't think these are attacks, though.
To be clear, I have no troll army. I have never and will never employ trolls to attack or damage another's reputation or gather personal information that is not mine to have. These trolls are now chumming up to the Westbrooks, attorney, and other creators.
I'm just asking, like talking about if you have troll accounts, please let us know or we will find them.
Which seeks to muddy the waters and distract from the facts of this case. I'm asking everyone who cares about creator safety to not engage with these people.
Safety?
These trolls have been known to turn on creators when they do not get what they want.
Who? Because I will tell you right now, after I posted some of my videos about Katie, and some of these people that she mentioned directly contacted me with requests about certain things, I didn't comply to all of those things, and none of them said anything about me. None of them said anything nasty to me. None of them said anything publicly rude about me from what I could see. So I've had people like related to this group that she's talking about contact me directly and ask me about things that I haven't ended up doing, and it's been fine.
Last 18 months, these trolls have weaponized creators against me. I have tried unsuccessfully to speak to many of these creators to explain that the information that they have about me is false, and they are being used by a group online to target me. While some have figured this out, others have not and continue to believe the lies. Most notably, Creepshow Art has been actively
8 minutes in, we're finally getting to it.
With some of these accounts. One in particular is a known doxer. I know she's not supportive of this behavior, and I don't know why she would engage with these people. My hope is by sharing this, that she will consider severing ties with these people. If you would like more information about these claims, I would encourage you to go to Unirock's channel. He has dozens of videos about the targeted harassment against me, outlining all of the players and
Don't do that. I haven't watched a ton of Unirock's content, but I can tell you it is extremely biased and it is very strongly in favor of Katie. So if you're looking for somebody who isn't on her side to back up these claims, I think you're going to have a hard time finding it.
Explaining the fraud and deception this group perpetuates on YouTube. Given all of this background, I would like to now address the community.
Steve McCrae said, I had absolutely nothing to do with Creepshow Art's video, nor do I have ties to her. She asked me to watch her video for accuracy, and I did. I had no input on it. Is she referring to you as being a known doxer? Like, this is... That is definitely something I'm going to criticize. If you're saying she has ties to a known doxer, tell us who it is. Just straight up say, it was this person. Because if you don't give that information, then people can't accurately call you out, which I guess is a tactic that she's using, but still. All right, let's go. Let's get through this.
Because of the immense harassment and trolling, it has been hard for me to see the real criticism from the harassment. I have for sure made mistakes by blocking subscribers and accusing them of trolling. misunderstood the intentions of commentary channels and their criticism of me while under duress because of the relentless targeting of this group.
What did you do to Tati? Did you not relentlessly target her?
Absolutely gotten frustrated at creators when I've seen them become weaponized against me by this group.
That's most likely 99% not happening.
Including Emily Baker, Creepshow Art, Nick Snyder, Dustin Daly, Angelica Oles, Keemstar, Tipster, Augie, to name a few.
Okay.
To these creators, I'm sorry if I said things while under attack that
This is what you guys are talking about. I'm sorry if
may have been upsetting to you. I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings. I truly apologize for what I have said or done in response to your criticisms because of these trolls. I'm only...
Hold up. Okay. Hold up. Let's hear that again.
Group. I have absolutely gotten frustrated at creators when I've seen them become weaponized against me by this group, including Emily Baker, Creepshow Art, Nick Snyder, Dustin Daly, Angelica Oles, Keemstar, Tipster, Augie, to name a few. To these creators, I'm sorry if I said things while under attack.
I'm sorry if I said things while under attack
that may have been upsetting to you.
That may have been upsetting to you. I'm sorry
feelings.
that I hurt your feelings.
I truly apologize for what I have said or done.
I truly apologize for what I've said or done
in response to your criticisms because of these trolls.
In response to your criticisms because of these trolls. Katie, I know you never claimed in your title that this was an apology or an accountability tour, but that's not accountability, and that's not going to get you a good response.
I'm only asking you all today to please reconsider using these trolls as sources. Our community on YouTube is vibrant, enthusiastic, and...
Oh, we got another ad, huh? Man, this is bad, dude. Melissa said, here's how you shouldn't apologize. Exactly.
Of doing things the proper way. Our community deserves to feel safe and not to be manipulated by trolls that seek to harm others. Once we can dissolve the harassment and troll attacks, we can get back to a place of having constructive conversations on our platforms. I have no plans to sue any of you, and I hope we can all move forward.
But didn't she literally tweet after this that she had like a lawyer on speed dial or whatever? Also, I've had multiple people leave comments on my videos saying I questioned Katie, or I said I disagreed with something and she blocked me, or she snapped at me, or she bit my head off. You should be able to tell the difference between someone coming to troll you, as you claim, and a subscriber giving you feedback. If they disagree with you, if they don't like what you're saying, you don't have to take that in. You don't have to say, oh, you're right, I've changed my mind. But you can say, hey, thanks for sharing your opinion. Like, you should be able to tell the difference. It's very, very clear. Madison Ray said her lawyer is literally one of her members on her channel. That's ridiculous. Steve McCray said, B. Haney, thank you, by the way, for having journalistic integrity and the things we discussed in email. I am highly impressed with your concern for the truth. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Darneville said, girl, I'm late. Hey, B. Hi. We're like halfway through this reaction video. You've missed just like a lot of deflection. Ooh, Mr. Brian Oblivion said, even Unirock is turning on her now. Wow. That'd be interesting to see.
In a positive direction. Now, there's a few creators I want to just call out or apologize to personally.
I want to call out or apologize to.
And I'm going to start with Angelica Oles. I'm sorry that you were upset about the copyright strike that went down back in May of 2019.
Okay.
I apologize that I walked away instead of working with you on it. I was new to YouTube, I didn't know you, and I was afraid that you were lying to me. I should have worked it out with you. You are correct. I have learned from this mistake, and I can assure you that this is
Her
not
chat's blowing up
something
right now.
I have continued. Nick Snyder, viewer's voice.
I don't consider that to be an apology. I think you can definitely give an explanation of where you're coming from, but I'm sorry that you were upset.
I'm sorry that a day in May of 2019, I called you a meth head. Your sobriety is delicate, and you have bravely shared your struggles with your audience.
Don't talk about his... Don't talk... Ooh, I gotta calm down. Don't talk about his sobriety. You don't know him. You're not friends with him. You're not supporting him. Don't talk about it. Say, I'm sorry I called you that. It was wrong, and I shouldn't have done it. Don't comment on his sobriety.
I've made that comment. I apologized to you on that same day, and you said that you accepted my apology. I have not repeated that comment since, and I truly wish you the best on your health and well-being. Creepshow art. This one's going to be a little bit longer. I'm sorry if you believe that I stalked you.
I'm sorry.
I did send you 2 emails.
Creepshow art never said that you stalked her. She said you tweeted at me a lot and sent me a few emails. Like, she never, from what I can remember, I don't remember her ever saying that you stalked her.
But I did not incessantly tweet at you. There were at least 2 accounts at that time that were impersonating me on Twitter, having the same photo.
Z, I was going to say that.
Handles.
Z said I haven't repeated it since. You literally just repeated it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she did on Twitter.
Looking almost identical to mine. I've tried to unsuccessfully communicate with you on this issue. Thus far, you have not responded. There are other creators that can vouch for me about these fake accounts. I'm sorry for calling you out last night on live on Unirock's channel, and I'm sorry for blocking you. I didn't say I was going to sue you for calling me a goober, just so you know. You are entitled to not like me. You are entitled to criticize me. However, I hope you reconsider using the trolls that stalk me as a source for your criticism.
She's not using trolls.
Also, it's pretty hard for me to listen to your criticism of me when you call me names. If you have real criticism...
She said you have the grace of a skunk on acid. You really think that's, like, meant to be a sick burn or, like, a really deep dig?
It would be easier for me to understand without the name calling. Name calling turns me off and makes me stop listening. It's also hard to listen to your criticism when the information you're putting out is coming from some of these trolls and 100%.
Oh, members only mode is on. You guys were right. She did it halfway through. Because people were calling her out on how bad this is. You guys. All right, let's just get through it.
I've seen you interact with this specific group on Twitter that has spread misinformation about me, that has doxed, threatened, and harassed me, and gone real life with me, something I know you claim to be against. I know you are against this behavior, so please know.
Yeah, we got another ad in here. I gotta get YouTube Premium at some point, because this is too much.
These people are not being truthful with you. I would encourage you, if you have time, to actually get to know me by watching my video conversation.
Why? She doesn't have to. This is something that really, really gets me. And she said this about Emily Baker, like, on Twitter, saying, like, you never asked for my side of the story. She doesn't have to. If people look at you and they say, objectively, I don't like the things that you're doing and I don't support you and the way that you create your content, they do not have to like you. They don't have to interact with you. They don't have to get to know you or get your side of the story. And if multiple people are coming out and saying you've done these things that are bad, if you're getting cease and desists from other creators, from Tati, it's time to reevaluate you and the way that you approach things.
That's right. But I think it would clear up some confusion. You seem angry with me, but you won't talk to me. But you keep making videos about me, and it seems...
She made one video about you. We're still talking about Creepshow art, right? She made one video.
counterproductive. I want to work toward a solution rather than this continued back and forth of who is mad at who. I'm not going to sue you. Please consider the criticism I'm giving to you and reconsider your involvement with these trolls for the sake of our whole community. And please be honest with your audience about your involvement with these trolls. Augie and Tipster, I am sorry about that confusing night in July, and I know you were just trying to clear things up, and I apologize. Now, my final is to Emily Baker, who has been covering this legal case against me, and I feel like this one might be one of the more important ones because I feel like a lot of you are getting information from her about the case against me, and I need to clarify some of the things that she said that have been, I believe, misleading. Emily, while I understand you have interest in this case, I just want to state that I have not responded to the allegations. At this point, there is literally no evidence that has been provided to suggest that I've done any trolling or stalked anyone. I'm sorry for calling.
If I'm remembering correctly, in the complaint, it wasn't stalking. In the complaint that Tati gave you, it wasn't stalking. It was, you know what? Let's pull up the notes. Let's pull up the notes of what she's going after her for. Give me 1 second. It is for... Oh, maybe I don't have them on my notes. Oh, yeah, okay. She is filing a complaint against you for defamation per se, trade libel, false light invasion of privacy, intentional infliction of emotional distress, negligent infliction of emotional distress, Washington Consumer Protection Act, and civil harassment. She's not accusing you of stalking her. She's accusing you of harassing her and intentionally and with malice spreading false information about her. All right, before I get back into that, I'm going to see what some of y'all have to say. DB Pink Floyd Hippie Chick said she should have just listened to James Charles in June. Really? Z said, again, speaking from experience here, but proving stalking is so hard. If it's in there, then Tati has to have mega proof. Yeah, and it's not in there. So I don't like that she's saying, oh, I'm not stalking you, or I'm not stalking Tati. Legally, nobody said that you were. Okay. Courtney said, we know she hasn't formally responded to the allegations. That's why Emily hasn't covered her side. They haven't filed anything. Yeah, she's covering what's out there or what people have given her. Okay. Let's get back into it. Let's get this done. Get this out of the way.
But I do have valid criticism for how you are reporting this case, which is, I believe you are seemingly coming off biased by having an open dialogue with one side while refusing to know anything from the other side. Under the law, I am innocent until...
Did you reach out to her?
...proven guilty. Please realize that as your channel grows, your commentary is impacting people's belief of my guilt without evidence. Clips taken out of context on YouTube do not tell the whole story.
I've not watched every video that Emily Baker has put out about this, but in the ones I have watched, she has said, this is what the lawsuit says. Nothing has been proven yet. Nothing has been actually decided. I don't know if this actually happened, but this is what this person's accusing you of. So most rational people who hear that are going to say, this is what she's being accused of. And they're going to on what they know about her. They're not going to hear that and be like, nope, she's guilty. Does that make sense?
I deny all of the allegations in the lawsuit. And then particularly, I want to call you out on one thing. I found your comment that I have an inept attorney to be very misleading. To date, you have not spoken to my engaged with anyone on this side, nor know anything that is.
She said if your attorney is still letting you run your mouth on Twitter, not the best idea. She's like, if that was my client, I would tell them to stop talking. That's her legal opinion.
Happened behind the scenes between the lawyers. If you did, you would know that my attorney is doing everything in his power to not only defend me, but to work with the other attorneys. To date, my attorney...
My God. Some of y'all were talking about ad blockers. You need to DM me after the stream.
Public or social media to sway the public opinion of anyone, nor has he defamed the Westbrooks, and he prefers that this be handled offline, which is what ethical attorneys should do. I do hope you understand that Mr. Saltz, Tati...
You're questioning Emily Baker's ethics. Okay.
His lawyer has violated...
Darnell said, y'all are funny, Katie without a case. That is funny.
Multiple rules under the Washington State Professions. I believe he is using social media to try this case without evidence and to sway public opinion against me.
The stuff that you are being accused of largely happened on social media. So, yep.
We now, due to his behavior and involvement with trolls, have grounds to not only file grievances against him in the state of Washington and California, countersuit against him for defamation, interference with business, and harm to a competitor. Given all of this, to all of you creators, I am open to listening to your criticism. If you have valid criticism that is not
if it's
based
done
upon
in this way,
defamatory statements by this troll group, please bring it to me. To my subscribers and former subscribers, I'm sorry if I've let you down. I'm sorry if you have felt that I haven't listened to you or acknowledged your concerns. I'm sorry I have accused you of being trolled.
You haven't though. Like, I don't want to keep going back to this, but people have come and commented on my videos, sharing their experiences. Katie, if you are listening, people don't want to support a creator that they feel like they can't have a good relationship with. If they think if they criticize you or they say, I disagree with you on this, and they feel like they can't do that because you're going to snap on them, that's going to get old really, really quick. And I've seen a lot of people in my comments, and I'm one of the smaller channels talking about you, sharing their experience and how they felt really just hurt and betrayed and upset at the way that you treated them. Those people aren't trolls. Those people are people who wanted to support you and really thought that you were their online friend, looked at you as a buddy. Like, I know the people that I watch, I understand that, like, this person doesn't know me and I don't know them really. I only know their content, but it's a friendly presence. And they thought they had that with you. And you snapped on them and blocked them and turned off their ability to share their opinion, which isn't cool.
As I have asked the creators, I'm also asking you to not engage with these trolls. I am asking that you not use these accounts as sources for information when they have no credibility and are doing exactly to me what they accuse me of doing to others. I know that most of my subscribers and former subscribers would never want to associate with these kind of people, and for your safety, you should stay away from them. If you care about me, instead, please come to me if you have a concern. Bring it to me.
People can't though, Katie. Just Britt said, I was a mod for her and she was horrible to me. I was very disappointed and saddened by it. Now I just want others to see her for the true person she is. That's the common theme. People can't come to you and give you criticism because you don't listen.
Email me. I cannot promise that I'll change everything because, simply put, I can't make everyone happy. But if there is something that is truly concerning, valid, and honestly something I can change, I will. I hear you and understand that you want to be heard. I've responded to other creators. I hear that you have frustrations with how I've covered some stories or how I've responded to other creators. I hear your criticism that I am defensive at times and can be rude. I hear you that I should do better, be thoughtful, and take time for myself. Thank you for this feedback, truly.
Okay.
I know you have questions about the legal case, and I cannot answer these questions at this time. What I can say to date to you is that right now I'm working with an attorney and will be hiring a second attorney today. The allegations you're reading in this complaint are merely allegations, and I deny them all. Freedom of speech matters and must be protected.
They cited your videos in the complaint.
Which means I will continue to fight this case. I also realize this means I must shift my own perspective and be open to hearing criticism and not trying to silence others.
Jeez, girl, this is, Kaylin said, of course she's bringing up freedom of speech. This isn't about freedom of speech. It's about harassment and defamation.
How they criticize me. I want to work towards a path of healing and then remaining in this cycle. And I hope that for all of us, we can find that path to end this conflict. Finally, I want to let you know that I do plan to continue with this channel. I will continue to upload content. The bigger piece of criticism that I took to heart was to stop reacting to everything. This is my pledge to you.
It's to stop crossing a line.
I need to defend myself or explain everything. I'm going to stick to my content. I will likely reduce live streaming during this time due to the overwhelming number of people watching me.
Good.
I will also not be responding to any of the rumors being spread about me.
Oh my gosh.
My reaction
Another
is the
minute.
one thing
Let's
I
do
can
it.
control, and I hear you when you say that I need to do better, and I pledge I will work on this. I will also work on doing better at listening to your feedback. With all that being said, if you would like to contact me, please send me an email at withoutacrystalball78@gmail.com. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me today. I can only move forward and promise I will do my best to do better for everyone. And if
you had to read that part from a script, Katie? Oh my gosh. Darneville said she missed the point by a long mile. Yeah. There's no other... She just did. This is not good. Okay, her last 40 seconds.
If you'd like
Let's
to
hear
check
it.
out UniRock's channel, check out my description below. All right, you guys. Thank you.
Bye. Okay. So that's done. Okay. Final thoughts on this. I don't understand the point. I don't understand the point of this. I want to comment on the fact that she said, we should all value free speech. Yeah, we should value free speech. However, free speech means you can say whatever you want. It does not mean you can say whatever you want and there will never, ever, ever be any consequences. There are consequences for the things you say and the things that you do. And a lot of people are asking, or are we concerned that this is going to be bad for commentary creators as a whole? No, because most people aren't behaving like this. They're not acting like this. They're not going as far as she is. So I don't think this is a violation of free speech. I don't think it's infringing on her free speech at all. I think it's literally saying you can't put out stuff like this and expect it to be okay when you're going this far. So, I want to hear what y'all have to say, and then we are going to dip out. My computer, I can hear it. It's just about done. It's getting hot, so let's see what you have to say. Lucinda said there was no point to this video other than to try and justify her responses. Christic said freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of consequences. Absolutely. Heather said, I'm sorry, I felt that was extremely disrespectful. Jersey Jojo said, yes, check out her new video. It's better than this one, but so obviously written by someone else. Oh no. Honey Badger said, specifically the freedom of speech in the Constitution protects you from persecution from your government, not people you defamed on social media. Exactly. Kira said she needs a Raycon sponsor because she can't hear the feedback. You guys are funny. Yeah, there was no accountability. Unplug. Bobby said for an apology, all she did was chastise other creators. Aaliyah B said she still blocked commenters criticizing her, so it defeated the purpose of her supposedly changing. Yeah. And the thing is, I do think she should unplug. I think she should take time off of social media. I think in general, not just because of the lawsuit, like she posts so frequently, and I think it's really hard to maintain a sense of reality if you are constantly on YouTube. If you are posting every single day, doing live streams, doing chats, like I checked her Twitter a while ago, yesterday, and it said 10 tweets in the last hour. And I'm like, you need time off of the internet. You need time with your family, with people that you know in real life, to stay rooted in reality and to understand that the internet, this isn't real life. This is the internet. And it's easy to get carried away on here, but there are real consequences to what you do and what you put out. And not only legally could there be consequences, but mentally too. Take a break. Like, take time off the internet. Spend time with your husband. Spend time with your kid. Relax. Bake some cookies. Read a book. Journal. I don't know. Do some meditation. Do something off the internet, because this is not healthy. All right. I'm going to read a few more of your comments, and then we are going to go. Courtney said, Katie, I know you are, but what am I? Joy should have taken a step back and really looked at what was being said and really take a minute in what is. Catherine said, I feel like it was such a backhanded apology and completely ridiculous. I know, she made it seem like it was going to be an apology, but I really don't think it was. It was, you're associating with trolls. Don't do that. They're threatening my safety. Without any real proof of that. I haven't seen it. If somebody else has seen it, feel free to like tag me in some proof of that, but I haven't seen that. Stephanie said she also needs to stop blaming trolls. I formed my own opinion on KJ because of what she showed me. I didn't even have a Twitter until 2 months ago. Before that, I was feeling the same way I do now. Absolutely. All right. Well, G'd up with Gigi said safety. What a joke. Yeah. All right. Well, that's all I've got. I really don't think that this was very good. I don't think it was helpful. I don't think it's going to change anybody's opinion on how they feel about her, especially the creators who spoke about her, because she was saying, if you're going to give me criticism, it has to be in this specific way, which people aren't going to cater to you like that. They're going to call you out how they're going to call you out. And in my opinion, a lot of the people I have seen did it in an appropriate way. I don't think anything crossed the line. But that is all I've got for you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Chrisick said, LMFAO, the computer was done. Understandable. It's like hot. So I gotta go. But thank you for hanging out with me. Thanks for engaging in the conversation and chilling. With all that being said, thank you again for watching. Please be kind to people, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.